So hello guys, a big welcome to the Manjo's Electro Hive channel. So here we talk electronics tech here in Uganda. So without any further ado, let's get down to the point of the video. So today we're going to be learning how we can be able to run our code in Arduino. Let me shift this here. How we can be able to run our code in Arduino IDE in Proteus, simulating with the hardware. So today we're looking at bridging the gap between code and hardware. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let me first close this. Don't save that. Okay, so once you open your Arduino IDE, this is what will pop up. So today we're going to use a very basic example given by Arduino itself, basics. So I'm going to come here. Actually, you can try out some of these examples to understand more about Arduino and as well try to simulate hardware in Proteus after learning this video. So we're going to come to Blink, click on Blink. So yes, let me widen this window a bit. So here we're going to come to have our code. This is a LED built-in, which is pin 13 of the Arduino board. So we're setting it as output. We're going to be telling the pin what to do. Then we're going to digital write that pin to a high in order to turn on the LED. We're going to leave it for some time, a time delay of this. Leave it on for a time delay of that. Then turn it, make it low. Set the pin low to turn off that LED for this time delay. So those time delays can be changed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Proteus. So sorry, let me close my Proteus. No. So let's open Proteus. Let's wait for Proteus to open. So I'm going to open a new project. Let's call it Manjose 1 or 1 net. That is okay. Manjose 1. Next, so we're going to leave all the default settings for now. Yes. So once it has opened up, then we're going to go to component mode. Click on component mode, then go to place component, which is P. I'm going to search for Arduino. Yes, so if you do not have this showing, it means that you do not have the Arduino library installed inside your Proteus IDE, your Proteus software. So for that, I have another video. You can follow up on that video. It will be in the description, and follow up and come back later to this. So for those of you you can come to Arduino Uno, click on Arduino Uno. Okay, then left click to drop. Then we need an LED as well, since we do not have a built-in. The built-in LED is only found on the physical Arduino board. So want a red LED, great fan of red. Click on this. Okay, left click, drop it there. So after dropping our LED, we're going to get a resistor. Place a resistor. Okay, so basically get like a 300, and let's take this, because if you take like a 32.4K, if you took this, it would consume almost all the current that we're going to be having, and so the LED wouldn't be able to blink. So you can try this out, use this resistor as well as use this, but today we're going to be using this. You can try it out, be curious. So okay, let's take this resistor. So yes, drop it, and then I would like to rotate it, so I'm going to right click, then rotate anti-clockwise, and I'm going to shift it a bit there. So let me focus it here a bit. So yes, I hope you guys can see it clearly now. So basically we're going to connect, basically left click, drag. All I'm doing is left clicking in order to make those joins. Then go to the next terminal, then left click, drag, left click. Then for this end of the circuit we need to complete it. We're going to do that by going to terminal mode and go to ground, then we're going to underground terminal here. Yes, then we're going to left click, connect, left click. So after that is done, what we're going to do is, in order to connect our hardware to the software from Arduino, you double click on the Arduino board, then under program files here, this is where we're supposed to add a hex file. So you get to know what a hex file is. So we're going to come back to the Arduino, our Arduino code. Then before we compile, we're going to come to tools, ensure that you have the Arduino board selected. So how you do that is you come to board, come to AVR boards, then you can see here the various types of Arduino boards: Leonardo, Mega, Nano, Uno Mini. So we need the Arduino Uno. So click on Arduino Uno. Then as well come to your file, preferences, ensure that your compile and your upload are ticked. So click on OK. So after doing all this, what we're going to do is we're going to verify our code. We're going to compile it. So we're compiling a sketch. The sketch is basically the code you have. So the file containing the code that we have. So after it's done compiling, we're going to look for the hex file. Its directory is always right here on the here. As you can see, there's hex file here. So I'm going to click here, then shift, use the arrow keys in order to highlight the text inside those quotes. Ctrl C, copy. And I'm going to go back to Proteus, double click on Arduino board, and I'm going to paste it in our program file, and I'm going to say OK. After that is done, we're just going to run the code, and you can see here the LED is now blinking, it's lighting up. So if you used the other 30k resistor, you would see that this LED wouldn't blink. So what you can do is, let's adjust the delay in order to see this LED blink faster. So we're going to come to here, our sketch. Let's adjust it to 100. Let's adjust it to 100. Then you have to verify, compile it again. But after compiling this time, we don't need to carry the hex file the other side, because it's the same hex file we're using, unless if you're running another code from another program. That's when you need to change the hex file. So I'm going to close this Arduino, then come to Proteus. We're just going to run it. We don't need to change this hex file because it's the same. We're running, it automatically updates itself. So when you run this, as you can see, the LED is now blinking faster than the previous time we did it. So in order to show you guys what I meant by the code, this stops the simulation. So we have to stop the simulation before you actually make any changes to the components that we have. So let's try out the resistor. Okay, I see no mistake. So we're still on terminal mode. Go back to component mode, and from there come to place component. So I want to look for resistor. So here, for this case, let's choose like 31k. Okay, so I'm going to come and drop it here, select it, and rotate it. Anyway, you can just leave it as that as well. So let's connect pin 13, the pin I've programmed to the LED. Yes. So let's do the simulation. You see, as you can see, the program is running, but our LED is not lighting up. That is because the resistor is consuming a lot of current, and that's what it's meant to do. So if you put a very big resistor, it's going to supply very minimal current that won't make your LED light up. So yeah, so that's why we need to use a smaller size resistor, but ensure that it's good enough. Let's see, let's come here. If we used the 340 ohm resistor, this is what would happen. Let's simulate it again. As you can see, it's now lighting up. That is because this resistor is just limiting the amount of current reaching the LED, but doesn't prevent it from reaching the LED. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and learned something new. If you did, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.